To another edition of our book creator series, in which we're showing you how to use the application book creator. Now today we're actually going to focus on capacity number 7, which is personalized learning. And I want to show you just several different things you can do to support personalized learning in your classroom today. And today in this session we're just going to focus on the reading side of it, how literacy can be supported here. So here's book creator on my iPad, and actually what I did was I created some different bookshelves which you can do. So you can see I have a reading, a math, and a science. So we're going to click on the reading one. Okay, and the first thing I'd like to talk about is one of the things a teacher could do is to create a book that will teach some kind of content. For instance, if you're teaching, about some kind of topic that you can't find a text on, why not just create your own and tailor it to your own classroom? So one of the ones that we've created is bioluminescent animals. And this was one that some first grade teachers wanted to use and couldn't find any text about this. So we decided to make our own text. And as you can see, all of the different speech icons basically say that, this book could be read aloud. And then at the end, they were using another text with this, and they had to compare and contrast two different kinds of living creatures that are bioluminescent. So it was a really cool way just for the teacher to, teach about what bioluminescent is, but then tailor it to their classroom and exactly what their students need. So that's one example of how, you can just create content that you need. Another one is with FunDations, we created the trick words, and each one of these books, we have the three levels. It's kind of like basically mini flashcards, and when the student gets to this page, they click the speech button, it'll read the word, then they say the word, then they can listen to it again if they still need to. And this is a very quick and simple way for them to learn some of the trick words that they just might not phonetically be able to sound out. All right. So another thing that you can have students do with book creator and reading is just have them create their own stories and just their own text that they want to showcase with their friends. So here's one that we did in kindergarten. Okay. It's just a very simple, book. They found some images online, and as you can see, they actually drew some of their own images, so it's really makes this really handcrafted. And they read the book, so each one of the speech icons at the bottom is them reading it, so they can practice their fluency as well. And the power of this is that each child at the end was able to read what the other students did, and they really got to see themselves as authors. Now the other one that we have, this one's more of a nonfiction kind of text, but they wrote text all about animals. So as you can see, they found some images of animals, and then they drew some of their own, which really helps them as readers. And what a great way to have your art teacher come in alongside of you and support what's happening in the classroom as well. All right, and then our last example that we have is, so we've looked at, how a student can learn, from a book that a teacher made. We looked at just some ways that the kids can make their own books to really showcase some things that they're learning or just seeing themselves as authors. And the last one is kind of, how can you assess through Book Creator? Well, here's an example. This is just a template. So what I've done is I wanted my students to learn about different genres, especially in the fiction side of things. So I made this template with several different kinds of fiction genres in here. Okay, and as you can see, they're all different kinds of genres. What I want them to do is explain in their own words what realistic fiction is. So they type their answer there. And then on the right side of the page, I'd like for them to select a book that they're reading, either in their book basket, a library book, a book that they have online. And I'd like them to prove that is realistic fiction with words and pictures. And then they can take a snapshot of it. They can, take a video of them explaining it and then inserting this here. So then by the end, you can quickly see which kids understand the different kinds of genres with, fiction. Another one that we have that's similar to this is text features. This is more of the nonfiction side, and now this one I left very bare bones. I didn't do any color or anything, but the kids enjoy changing the colors of things, and you can let them do that if you'd like to. But as they're independently reading, why not have them take a picture of a map that they find and then explain how it helps me? An illustration, an appendix, a title. So this book is a very, very quick assessment for me to see Well, do they know what the text feature is, and can they actually explain, how to use it and how it's useful to them? So hopefully you have, some good ideas of how Book Creator can support the literacy side of things.